ApparentlyJack versus Revezy. We just saw Revezy eliminate Scrubkilla from this qualifier. Will he be able to do the same thing to Jack? Let's get into the game and find out, because we have just kicked off in the next round of the match, or the next round of the tournament, I should say. Let me give you guys some game sound, because I know you guys are going to want to hear what's happening in this one. Revezy versus Jack. Jack with the ridiculously long name. Let me just scooch that one over a little bit so we're not going to cover up the scoreboard. This is going to be a very tough one for Revezy. He obviously is already having a pretty good day at the office, taking down Scrubkilla in the quarterfinal. But I think this is going to be a tougher matchup for him. Jack has been outstanding, and he's been extremely consistent in the EU scene recently. Made it into the semi-finals for Qualifier 1. And now again the semi-finals of Qualifier 2. Or the finals of Qualifier 2, I should say. And now the semi-finals of this one. He's been one of the players to beat easily in this event. Revezy looking to make that Cinderella run. And, you know, if he can make the grand final, we're going to have another upset, another surprise qualified player. As Ali and Samway already in the semifinals on the other side. That is a full upset matchup there. Nobody expecting those guys to make it in there, including myself. Not a bad start in this matchup for Revezy against his countryman, Jack. Got to be, for me, the top player in England at the moment. If you want to watch the other semi-final that is currently happening, tune into either Shogun's stream or Mystic's stream. You can find both of their links in the ! EU Casters Command. And you'll be able to watch both the streams at the same time. Very tense back and forth here already between Jack and Revezy. Got to watch out for the flicks, so Jack has got some extremely fast flicks, and he's not going to need one here. It's a mind game, and Revezy didn't see it coming. Opening goal for Jack just inside 2 minutes. Such a delicate touch here. Such a rare thing to see. You can also watch the Samway versus Ali series on the non-English channels for those of you who would prefer to watch in French or in Arabic, or I believe that there's some other languages working right now. Streaming it right now, I should say. His name is Jack, but he's trying to hide it. It is speed. Do you think that Jack is speed? I don't know about that one. Is that an open and miss for Revezy? It's not going to be. Or for Jack, sorry. It's not going to be because he can put it in anyway. But this is a bit too risky for Revezy. Needs to be careful here. Jack has some of the best recoveries in the business, and he's perfectly happy playing that counter-attacking style. And yeah, for me, has to be the favorite today. He's already swept Trex on the day. I think we're going to see another Grand Finals appearance for Jack, and one where he has to be the favorite to make it. I'm expecting him to be playing against Ali when he gets there, by the way. I don't know what the score is in Game 1 between Ali and Samway, but I think Ali, after beating Alpha, will be able to ride that momentum into the final. And he's a pretty scary player. Won't be an easy win for whoever goes into that final to play against him. 4-2 in favor of Ali. Thanks for the information, guys. Who do you guys have winning this entire qualifier? Jack, Ali, I've got to expect are the top picks at the moment. Good escape there by Revezy. Jack was trying to smash him on the back wall. Revezy's camera angles out of this world. Not too crazy. I mean, after watching Gengar in NA, nothing really looks crazy to me anymore. Nice little bump here by Jack. This is one of the more tactical physical plays you're going to see. He just locks up Revezy and kept him driving in a straight line, forced the own goal. Revezy didn't want to dodge in that play, because if he jumps, then he won't be able to get back to the ball. It was a lose-lose situation. You do nothing, you're going to own goal. You do something, you're probably getting scored on. Honestly, I'd pick the getting scored on option over own goaling in most positions. And Jack is looking very good here. He's not going to have the problem that he had in the last qualifier, playing his teammate in the grand final. Not something that Jack really looked comfortable doing. And Dead Monster had some very good reads on what Jack was capable of. Most of the other players in the tournament struggle to predict Jack's moves that effectively. Jack is just brutalizing Revezy again. This trips him up all the way from one half to the other and makes it 4-0. I wonder if Scrubkill is watching, taking notes here, because this is a far more safe method to beat Revezy than the one that Scrub went for. Revezy's had really no threatening opportunities so far. Jack just dismantling him in game one. Look at these wave dashes and the celebration for Jack. It's pretty crazy, the speed that he gets these off. I'm gonna let you watch it one more time. Oh, it didn't even show us at the end there. The replay didn't go as long as the previous view of it. Is that 6-0? No, not yet, as Jack gets stuck underneath the ball somewhat. Pre-flip shot by Revezy, it's off target. 5-4 to Ali. Definitely a close series on the other channel, guys. You're going to want to watch that one as well. Great bump by Jack. Revezy was lining up the open net. He's got the big volley though, and that will be the opening goal for Revezy. I'm very impressed with Revezy's full volleys today. He's looking like Khaled with these. Not much of a run-up, but absolutely lasering them into the net when he does pull them off. Ali secured it. 6-4. Is that the end game score? Is that it? And by the way, I will speak to something I've been seeing pop up in some YouTube comments asking me not to spoil the other results. Guys, this is a live qualifier. It's going to happen. You know, you're watching one of many matches that are happening at the same time, so it's inevitable. And you know, if you watched live, you would get spoiled as well. Unfortunately, these things will happen, and it is relevant for me to talk to. I'm trying to provide as much information for the live audience as I can. It's not everybody's able to watch all the streams at once. 7-4 Ali now. It's looking pretty good for him over there. And this is a great shot by Revezy. He got bumped into the ceiling here, but he just kept on going. Nice rebound. Not that it will mean much in the grand scheme of things, because Jack has just given him too much to do in the final minute. I think overall, good consolation goals for Revezy. He, you know, has something positive to take out of this game one. Never a good feeling to be held to 0 in 1v1. So there is that benefit as well. Please don't spoil future games in the main event. Well, in the main event, there will be one game at a time, so that can't be happening. But yeah, in a live qualifier where there's lots of matches happening at the same time, this will happen. Obviously, in the main event, it won't, but just understand that the two things are completely different. Main event will be one game at a time. The main event structure, by the way, will be day 1, 3 matches from the EU bracket, followed by 3 matches from the NA bracket, and then the same again on day 2. Day 3 will be 4 matches from the EU bracket, followed by 4 matches from the NA bracket. That will conclude the double elimination portion of the tournament as we reduce the player pool from 8 to 4 in each region. And then the next day will be both of these semi-finals from each region, EU followed by NA. Then I think the grand final day, the current plan is to make the NA final first on the show, and then the EU final to finish off the broadcast, just because last year's Salt Mine was won by an EU server player. We want to save that until the last match of the entire thing. It won't be at a bad hour for either region to watch, so it should be totally fine. Oh, great touch, first touch here by Revezy's, or by Jack, sorry. He's missed the rebound though, and Revezy will punish him. I really like this setup by Jack, but he went a bit too hard on trying to hit that one underneath Revezy, who was pre-jumped. Need to make sure to hit the ball at least a little bit. Good power by Revezy, making it 3-0 here. And if we look at the 2 goals combined, we're actually even overall in score, 5-5. Revezy getting 5 goals in a row now. Thank you for making Salt Mine 2. You're welcome. Thank you for watching Salt Mine 2. Thank you to all of you guys for watching. These qualifiers have been an absolute blast so far. This is the 3rd of 4 of them. So we have 2 more days of qualifiers after this. Still have the grand finals of the EU tournament today, followed by the entire quarterfinal, semi-final, and grand finals run over to North America. Revezy's extremely composed against fake challenges, it would seem. Very comfortable player, just staying behind the ball and letting his opponent decide what to do. It's, I think the defense has to improve for Revezy overall. Oh, that's disgusting. Look at the delay on Jack's flick here. It looked like he was going to go for the full mind game, but he just waited until the very last second and flicked it over the top of Revezy. It's a really impressive shot. Just as impressive as any flip reset I've seen today. Any other goal I've seen today, really. But Revezy with another kickoff goal makes it 4-1. That's 2 kickoff goals now. It's like Jack's the one who needs to switch up which way he's dodging into the ball. He's not going to switch it up, though. And Revezy, with another decent outcome, actually lands pretty poorly, though. And that gives Jack the next play on it. Good shot, but an even better save. Revezy with a pre-flip. Jack just pauses for a minute to give him a compliment for that one. And now his flicks let him down. Post saves Revezy. Great plays in game 2 by Revezy. And he's going to add to his scoreline as well. Shows Jack how it's done. 5-1 now. Who has better flicks, Jack or Revezy? These days I think Jack's had the most impressive flicks. But Lionblaze hasn't been such a flick focused player as he used to be. And he still does have one of the best flicks in the world, no questions asked. Hey, this is really turning around here for Revezy. Not only is he stepping up, but Jack's also had a few panic plays, a few misplays. And it's the same kickoff again. Jack is not switching up his kickoff. He is losing it time and time again. Now, if you look at this play, Jack is trying to just push the ball to the left, and he keeps losing it. Now, is he? If Jack goes to the left here, I think he wins it, but if he goes to the right, he will lose. There we go. He goes to the left and wins. So he does switch now, and does get the win immediately. It took him a long time to figure this one out, though. I think Jack has been thoroughly punished for it's taking a while to figure out this kickoff. Let me just reiterate here. Now Revezy's weak side, if he hasn't changed, will be on his right. But Jack has gone left, and that's Revezy's strong side. Interesting to see the back and forth here. Revezy is just sticking to what he's been doing over and over again. Jack switched sides once, got the win, and then he switched back for some reason. It can be that simple in 1v1 sometimes. If you're losing over and over again while dodging to the outside, just dodge to the inside, see what happens. Nice double demo by Jack. Wow, Revezy is getting smashed here. Jack's still got a lot of work to do. 4 goals in it. Savage, says Revezy. He's not wrong. Yeah, surely too much to do against a player as solid as Revezy. Jack will give it a go, I'm sure of it. Oh, Revezy testing the upright. Jack was confident it was off target. This is good defense by Revezy again. He's keeping the ball away from his goal while also making sure to stay well away from Jack's demos. I mean, we saw in the last play how deadly those can be. I think Jack's hitting that boost. Oh no, Revezy actually just snags it from underneath, and this was very, very close. It is worth mentioning that even if Jack did get that boost, he would have still been out of the game briefly because Revezy did bump him up the wall. It was a good catch there, carrying Jack away from it. Revezy, you know, proving today that he is definitely a contender and definitely a threat to the main event. Taking Scrub Killer down, and now also giving Jack a very tough time. I said in the last game, maybe Scrub's taking notes on what to do in the future, but really, Jack's going to need to go back to the drawing board. Oh, so it is a save by Revezy, just barely. And another good save as well. His boost has been stolen, but he's in a very strong position overall. 5 goals, huge advantage. Leaves his net open now. Another dive save will prevent Jack from scoring. Revezy's goalkeeping has been spot on today. Very impressive stuff. This is, I think, just way too much now for Jack to do this late in the game. Nice mind games, keep Revezy back, and a much better shot this time. And that's impressive, because Revezy diving across his goal today has been extremely, extremely accurate. 5-5 with a minute left in the other game. Samway stepping up and putting on a show for us as well. Jack with the ceiling shot, trying to keep this game alive. Oh, look at the placement. Revezy not even close to saving this one. That is disgusting by Jack. just scoops it into the bottom corner. I love that. There's still 3 goals in it. 21 seconds. It's possible. Jack will need some good kickoffs. He's tried to be cheeky on this one. And he's also tried to catch Revezy off his goal line, but that's not going to happen. Revezy keeping an eye on that shot and will win game number 2 here. He's going to equalize the series. And this is bad news for everybody on 13 points in the leaderboard. They all want Jack to win here. They want Revezy to stay on 13. They don't want him to join Jack at the top of the points table. It looks like that might be on the cards. Revezy's playing brilliantly today. And, you know, this puts the Scrubkilla loss in perspective. It wasn't just Scrubkilla choking and playing poorly. Revezy is really playing a great day of Rocket League. It's been by far his best run so far in the qualifiers. Jack a bit risky there. It was a good save by Revezy, but what was Jack thinking? Jumping up to this ball with not enough boost to reach it. Bro, Revezy was stupidly lucky. What do you mean? Oh, I love me some Twitch chat. Salt in the salt mine. That's what you like to see. Revezy apparently lucky in that last game. I'm sure all 8 goals were lucky, and all the saves on Jack's shots were also just pure luck as well. Yeah, good luck sleeping tonight, buddy. If Revezy ends up winning this. Revezy's just been very calm. He's, you know, had a lot of, I think, denials in this tournament with how many times Scrubkilla saved his air double bumps in Game 5 of their series. A lot of players might be like worried and might not go back to that shot in a clutch moment when Scrubkilla's in the goal line, but Revezy did. He still picked it and made it work. So I think he is definitely the in-form player right now. Jack seems to be the one who's making questionable decisions all of a sudden, which is very strange after such a solid game 1 from Jack. Is Alpha not playing tomorrow? Why? Yeah, I think he was already, or he's always planning not to play Qualifier 4. I think it's his birthday or something, and he's got a birthday party, which is, you know, fair enough. It's entirely his choice, of course. I respect the decision. You know, he's still not out of contention with the points system that we've got, but he's extremely reliant on other results in order for him to make it in. I don't think it is going to happen. But yeah, happy birthday preemptively to Alpha. I hope he has a great day. Unfortunate that he ran into Ali playing a blinder. And Ali, who may end up making the grand final here. As game number 2 ended for Ali versus Samway, guys. What NA game will I be casting? I'm going to be casting Kinsei versus AJ in the quarterfinals later on tonight. I think Alpha's birthday is tomorrow, guys. I believe it's tomorrow. Oh, Samway took game number 2, so we got 1-1 in both series again, guys. Do be sure to tune into Shogun and Mystic streams. They are covering the other semi-final here. They've got their streams on for that one. Be sure to give them some love and give them a follow so that you know when they're live with more quarterfinal matches, or more qualifier matches, I should say, for the Salt Mine 2. Oh, a couple kickoff goals for Jack. Give him a 1-goal lead. What happened to Candy? Unfortunately, Candy was unable to provide proof of age. You need to be 15 or over to play in this tournament. Now, he said he is 15, but you have to actually provide proof of that fact if you've not played in a Psionic sponsored event before, which he hasn't. So it's unfortunate for him. But that is standard procedure, so should be expected this time. Boost missed for Jack. Careless play and defense, and it's not the first careless play that Jack has had this game. In fact, every goal that Revezy scored has had part of Jack misplaying to set it up. Not the best accuracy with the air dribble by Revezy. He's taking it into the corner, and there's no danger there. Jack just saved up all the boost he did have so that he could collect the ball afterwards. Once again, Revezy's very calm in defense, even though Jack is faking challenges right next to the ball. And that's a better bump. Really giving Jack no time to react on this one. Revezy ahead by a goal again. You know, if you're going to give him this much space, if your plan is to just do a little drive-by fake challenge and then go all the way back into your corner, you are leaving yourself wide open for this. This is only really Jack to blame for this position that he's put himself in. You know, I don't mind Jack backing off and letting Revezy come at him occasionally, but you don't want to be doing this as your standard play in 1v1. You want to have at least some pressure on your opponent so that they aren't comfortable on the ball, but they're always thinking about flicking it. Nice bump by Jack. It is starting into quite a physical fight between these two. Yeah, Drees in play 14, same with Chronic. A lot of prodigies for 1v1 that will have to play in a future Salt Mine. And yeah, the reason you have to be 15 for Silex events is because of child labor laws. These guys are playing for money, so you have to be 15. 5-4 now. Jack calls a bluff on Revezy's challenge, slams it in. You know, if it does end up being an air dribble bump 1v1, I've got my money on Jack. He is extremely good at those. And I think the other key there is that Jack's defensive air dribble bumps is also pretty impressive. I've not really seen Revezy up against too many of them to know if he's going to have successful defense. Both players' defense so far this game has been overall pretty poor. I'm not going to lie to you guys. They have had far better days. Lots of priority on boost over ball pressure. Once again, Jack just rolls the ball at Revezy. He is going to close the distance this time, though. Not going to give Revezy the full pitch to dribble towards him. And there's some pressure from Jack. This is what you want to be doing. He forced Revezy to give the ball away there. And now the angle is just not there. But Revezy finds a way through. Nice demo, just sneaky one in there. Could not score the open net, though. It was a bit too far ahead of him. And now he's only got a minute left in the clock to find 2 goals. What other player could fake documentation to prove their age? That would be a pretty dumb thing to do, I would say. Not sure if anyone would want to go down that route, as that is in fact illegal. So you probably don't want to do that. Just over 30 seconds now. Revezy in a really tough position. No boost to work with, and Jack has 100. Ali losing, so Samway really stepping up in the other series here. Looks like we might see Jack winning this one. Brilliant hard shot to back up Revezy again, and Jack is just taking his time. He forces Revezy to come to him, leaving the net open, and pops it over his head. 7-4. Really smart ending to the game here by Jack. Instead of just going for the high pressure play, attacking immediately like you might in any other position in the match, he just takes his time and forces Revezy off the goal line based on the time pressure that he was under. Game number 3 to Jack. A very messy game defensively for both players. Questionable decisions, but the offense is really firing on all cylinders for Jack now. He is putting in some very tough shots, and Revezy's going to need to step up the consistency if he's going to have any chance against this. I think whoever wins this is going to be the favorite in the grand finals. I really do think that this is where the tournament winner is likely to come from. Is Samway 2-1 ahead now against Ali in the other match? Is that one finished game 3 as well? I don't know what happened to Rottweiler. I've not seen him around for a while. 1 minute left. Samway 6-3 ahead. Big plays by Samway. Second Spanish player who's climbing up that leaderboard in the points. Him and Louis trying to make it in. Is it going to be 2 Spaniards in the main event, or 2 Saudi Arabians, 2 Englishmen? Still, of course, a chance for there to be 2 French players as well, but that's becoming less likely now that Alpha did not make a run here. Well, you know, we didn't really mention Spain as one of the top 1v1 nations when we were talking about that the other day. I think they are one of the countries that's really rising right now, on the rise in Rocket League, not just 1v1 but 3v3 as well. Got to watch out for Spain in the future. I think there's going to be lots of top level players from there. Great shot by Jack, in off the bar. That is precision, and he hit it fast enough for Revezy to be out of position as it came in. Beautiful shot there by Jack. NA taking tips. So, I mean, USA is obviously one of the top 1v1 countries as well. Not sure what happened to Canada. It used to be, well, I guess it's just because a lot of the Canadian top players just don't play 1v1 anymore. You know, it used to be 50-50 between Canada and America at the top level, but Squishy and Lethamer no longer competitive. I think Lethamer could be if he wanted to, but even then it would be just Lethamer against a whole pile of North American players, USA players rather. Flates is taking a break, bro, from competitive RL. Canadians too nice to play ones. Maybe that's the reason. So Jack shutting down Revezy on another play here. That's some confident defense by him. Certainly one of the edges that Jack has in this matchup is that he's more comfortable mixing up his defense. Revezy's, I think, just too much on the back foot, too often playing reactively. And that does give his opponent the chance to take control. That's a brilliant shot, though. I love this transition from Revezy. He had very little boost to play with, but he manages to catch that ball perfectly. Look how quickly he got the shot off as well. Very difficult to do that. I think it's an underrated finish there by Revezy. Who's the oldest player in the salt mine? I don't actually know. Maybe you guys can check that on the Liquipedia player pages. A lot of them have got profile pages over there. Samway did win game 3 there. Be sure to check out the rest of that series on Shogun and Mystic's channels. It's happening at the exact same time as this one. Big challenge by Revezy. And he takes the lead again. Jack taking way too long in this play. Just had the advantage boost-wise, but didn't really do anything with it. Kick off Andy. It's very funny. Yeah, we got kick off Andy, air dribble bump Andy. Lots of Andys competing in the tournament today. Not sure who else you guys have spotted. Good placement by Revezy. Jack has it under control, and that is a bad touch by Revezy. Jack starts to fire straight at him. Not something you see too often. It would be funny if the ball would impact players more when it's fired at them like that. Cars always, of course, in Rocket League have got full control of those positions. It'd be hilarious to see cars bouncing off the ball. Bounce dribble Andy. That's a good one. That was a brilliant save there by Jack. Beautiful control as well. Secure the open net. Is he going to get another one here? And he will with a decent shot. Revezy on the back foot. Dang, I'm so famous. Yeah, Andy. What a name. Imagine just getting the Andy name on Twitch. Genius. Absolute genius. Good save by Jack and a nice demo as well. He's picking his spots brilliantly at the moment and decides to just shoot this one from distance instead of going for the air dribble, which I think is what Revezy was expecting. Good mind game by Revezy. Fakes the immediate clear on the ball. Brings it down. Not the best flick though. In fact, it's one of Revezy's worst ones in the day because Jack has landed outside the goal. And now here comes the counter. Good save by Revezy, but the boost has been stolen from him. Has to stay on the ball again. Tries to make the demo happen. You know, Revezy's just desperately trying to retake control of this one. But Jack is now giving it to him. Mind game by Jack. It's almost bounced in off both players in the near post. Jack going to try and play it to the boost seal. Revezy has 100 as well. Another demo attempt by Revezy. Jack is staying away from danger in these plays. Revezy plays it to the side for the 100 boost. Awkward position now for him to work with. Couple of quick flicks. Gives him an opportunity, at least half a chance, but Jack is there with him. And that is composure by Jack. He's staring at his opponent just half a yard away from the ball, but knows that there's really no fear. And what control by Jack to just dink that one off his own post. And now he's going to barrel through it for the open net. Takes his time with it. Jack, 2-goal lead. Revezy was just far too greedy here. He played it into the world's most obvious dunk. And there's just no coming back from that position. Jack looking to secure his grand final spot for the next minute of gameplay. But Revezy is going to get 1 goal back immediately. Still an opportunity to make the upset happen. This is what he did against Scrubkiller. He just came back late in game 4, clutched it, and then took game 5 in regulation. You can expect him to be calm right up until the end. I mean, we saw the consistent play under pressure against Scrubkiller. Nice dodge in the demo by Jack, but that's taken a bit of power off his shot. Now he's got no boost to work with. Revezy's got him in his sights. Early flicked by him. He read the challenge perfectly. What a play by Revezy. Predicting the early challenge by Jack, who was right behind the ball here. That's huge. Revezy back again. Yeah, Jack already qualifies if he makes the final. You're right. Obviously, other players will be hoping that he gets a win to take his points out of the points table. 5-all, Revezy again brings the ball down in defense, but he's giving it away to Jack here. Is the boost steal there for Revezy? No, Jack safely takes it. 10 seconds left. It is now Jack with the chance to take it without overtime. Just a straight up air dribble. Revezy sees it coming. Good save by him. And he might get this one into the air. I think he will. Revezy pre-flips. And actually, Jack might keep it up now. Both players kind of interested in a 0-second play here, but it's Revezy with a good position. Jack needs to be careful. Is he just going to drop this? He actually tried to keep it up. Extremely aggressive play by Jack at the end of the game. Huge kickoff for Revezy. Oh, that's game. Jack's out the game here. And Revezy sends us into game 5 with a dominant kickoff. What was Jack thinking, being so low on the ball? He's just completely let himself down mechanically with that kickoff. Game 5 between Jack and Revezy is definitely an interesting matchup. After what we saw from Revezy against Scrubkiller earlier, it's honestly hard to bet against him in a game 5. He came back from 2 goals down here, clutched it against Jack, and just destroyed him with the kickoff in overtime. A lot of people are just going to call that luck because they're a 3-head. But Revezy's mechanics were just so much better than Jack on that kickoff. Jack was just way too low on the ball. He'll get his revenge, but it's nowhere near as important of a goal 3 seconds in as it is in overtime. Jack will want to confirm his main event spot with a win here. That's all he needs to do, is win this match, and he's into the main event for the Salt Mine 2, regardless of the outcome in the final. And he's looking good early on in game 5. He's going to need to keep this up, though. He's against an in-form Revezy today. Revezy has saved the best till last, it would seem. Or maybe he's saved the best for Qualifier 4. We'll have to wait and see if he has to play that one. Decent shot by Jack. He's going to be able to grab the boost after that one. Revezy in a spot of bother at the near post. He doesn't have much to play with here, and Jack works it around him. 3-0. Needed to immediately get rid of the danger here. He didn't see that coming. Thought that he was going to be able to take that ball down, but Jack just poked it into the middle past him. It looks like Jack's kickoffs are doing a much better job in this last game than they did at the end of game number 3. Hard shot by Jack. He's just keeping Revezy on the back foot and then stealing his boost away while Revezy recovers. Revezy forced to just try to play this ball into awkward positions, but Jack is coming at him again. It's just off target. But once more, Jack will follow up with a boost steal, and plenty bumps are being threatened as well. Revezy in such a difficult position. He's hanging on. Will he get any chance to break free here? This entire time, Jack has been just piling on the pressure, and it feels like a goal is coming. Revezy can't hold on anymore, and it's 4-0 for Jack. An admirable effort for Revezy to hang on for that long, but Jack just never relinquished the pressure. Ali up 6-5 game 4. What's the time left in that game? How much time is remaining in that game 4 in the other semi-final? Boost stealing Barry. Oh man. Nice shot by Jack. Revezy trying to creep in off the goal line here. He's had enough of this defending. This constant defending he's had to do in this game. But he really did pick the worst time to challenge there against a player who's been quite happy shooting from distance in this game 5. Revezy really up against it. He's had some decent comebacks today, but nothing like a 5-goal comeback against Jack. This is going to be something else. Something else required of him. Already Jack is going to break free from this attack, it looks like. Revezy just didn't have the same stranglehold than Jack there, and the Jack was able to apply on him. Great counter-attacking as well by Jack. He's not just prevented Revezy from attacking, but he's threatening another goal. Even using his reset to get back into the play quicker. Jack's mechanics are looking extremely clean right now. Gavin surgery in 40 minutes. Good luck, man. Get well soon. Critics' arm. Slow play by Jack. Is he stopping this in the goal line? You bet he is. Revezy's going to have to come back and watch it. 6-0. And this is impressive stuff in game number 5 by Jack. We saw how dangerous of a player Revezy was earlier in the day. Game 5 against Scrubkilla. But Jack is able to find that extra gear here. Double mind game. He's just styling on Revezy now. And poor Revezy just hasn't been able to get a boost in his back corner. It's a clinic from Jack on how to pressure your opponent. Is he scooping in another goal here? Almost. Revezy having to do a 3-point turn to save it. 3-point turn, not a maneuver that you often see in Rocket League because it is really slow. Good little trip there by Revezy. Surely his first goal of the game. Good finish. And it's back to 5. Doctors say you're probably going to be in a wheelchair for a year. Wait, hold on a second. What? With arm injury? Oh, your legs and arm. I see. I did not see that first part. Maybe if you're in a wheelchair for a year, you could just get a jacked upper body. I mean, I've seen some people who are wheelchair bound for a while just go and get massive arms. Or if you've, what did he say, legs and arm? So maybe you're just going to have to get one jacked arm if the other one's injured. Learn how to do some one-arm pull-ups maybe. The party trick. Oh, I was about to compliment Jack on a very cheeky challenge, but it turned out to be a misplay. He went for a fake challenge with a power slide into reverse challenge, but he just missed the ball. Now, Revezy didn't see it coming, so it would have been a huge play if he just backflipped into this one. Oh, Zamwe won game 4, so it's Zamwe in the final? That's insane. Zamwe making a run. We are seeing Dead Monster 2.0 over there, and it's going to be ApparentlyJack, the final boss again. By the looks of things, as Revezy lets another one seep in. Yeah, Jack's pressure has been outrageous in this game. Just power shots. That's been his main source of goals here, main source of this pressure. You had to change your name to Bounce Dribble Andy. So you've got the name Bounce Dribble Andy now. So many salty viewers all saying Samway's lucky. Oh, you know, it is a salt mine. You love to see the salty viewers out in full force. You don't get lucky 3-1 wins in 1v1, guys. Well, at least I've never seen one. I mean, I guess it's possible, but it's stupidly unlikely to be lucky and win 3-1. So, I mean, we even saw people saying Khaled was lucky to win 3-1 against Jari. It's like, get out of here. Oh, what a shot. Oh, look at that by Revezy. I'm not sure if Jack left this one thinking it was hitting the post, or if he just decided to let it bounce in because it was that beautiful, but brilliantly struck either way. Revezy back within 4, and he still has a chance, a very late chance, albeit, but with some strong kickoffs it might be possible. There's one. He's tripped up Jack as well, and that is a 3-goal game. Big play by Revezy. Big plays even to keep this interesting at the end of game number 5. Mystic, thanks to the host, man. Looking forward to having you on to cast the grand final in a few moments. It looks like it's going to be Jack versus Samway. Jack booking his spot in the main event with a win here, but he's still going to try and play spoiler to Samway's chances. Looks like Jack is escaping the late comeback that Revezy's threatening here. Shogun, thanks to the host as well. Thanks again for covering all of the matches today and this whole week. Everybody, be sure to give Mystic and Shogun a follow on both their channels. They're going to be doing more casting for the 4th Salt Mine Qualifier as well, which will be starting tomorrow. So be sure to use the !EUcasters command, follow all those channels, and you will not miss out on any of the action. Every single match has been streamed so far, thanks to the EU stream team and the NA stream team as well. Unfortunately for Revezy, that is where his Qualifier 3 Cinderella run will end. Oh, immediately leaving there, Revezy. May have typed GG before leaving this game, in fairness, but did not want to be in this lobby after the game was over. Not for a moment longer than was absolutely necessary. Yeah, just to reiterate, guys, these players very often type GG before the end of the game because there's quite a long wait before the GG quick chat becomes available. There you go, guys. A 3-2 win for Jack over Revezy. Has confirmed one grand finalist. It's Jack again, 2 grand finals in a row for him. But facing him this time is going to be Samway, who's not as much of an underdog as Dead Monster was in the last one. But I think based on the results that we're seeing Samway come in with, he might be more of an underdog in the matchup. Also, the fact that it's not Jack's teammate should make it easier for Jack to, I think, play his A game here. But either way, I'm looking forward to that one. We've got a really, really interesting matchup on our hands with Samway versus Jack in the grand final. As soon as it updates, there it is. Shout out to Liquipedia, guys, again for keeping us in business here.